Coming up, me and Ella fly to Portugal for some more pro tennis. We find new methods of dealing with Ella's EPBs. And we try and deal with a rain delay on day one. But first, a quick recap. I spent the first 2 weeks of this year in Barcelona playing a UTR PTT event. The results weren't what I wanted, but I gained valuable experience. In Portugal, I'll be looking to learn from these mistakes and hopefully get some wins on the board. So me and Ella had had a week off after Barcelona. I managed to get a little bit of training in, film a little bit of content. But yeah, the weeks away are pretty intense. They can get quite tiring. So it's really important to rest properly. And the stress of playing matches obviously takes its toll. So it's very important to be efficient with your energy and not try and push it too hard. Sometimes being fresh is more valuable than going nuts during training. I think initially Ella found traveling quite stressful, but I can kind of tell now that she actually really enjoys it. 3 hours later and we had arrived in Portugal. We were about an hour away from our Airbnb, so we decided to get a Bolt and just get straight there. I expected you to be up here just like fast asleep in bed or like scrolling on TikTok.
It's very calming.
So the next day was supposed to be game day. But we awoke to some rather British weather, which was putting the whole thing on delay. My morning routine never really changes, especially around matches. I have a 3-egg omelette and about 100 grams of porridge. I've cut it slightly as I'm trying to lose a bit of weight. And yeah, of course, a coffee. How could I miss that? What are you doing down there?
I'm stretching my legs.
Talk us through what we've got, or...
So we've got some turmeric with black pepper. Black pepper is to make sure your body absorbs the turmeric. This is like really good anti-inflammatory, so you want 2 of those.
I'll take those right now. Ah.
You got a B complex, which is...
Just going to wash it down with the coffee.
Oh, go on. Got a B complex, which is going to help with energy and fatigue. Ashwagandha, keep you zen. Morning. And then lion's mane to keep you focused.
Thank you.
There you go.
It's like that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he's just listing off all the drugs to like get him high and then bring him back down.
That's one way to say it.
So the weather situation, not so good. We're having to go indoors. Isn't a problem, but just a bit delayed. So, although the tournament had indoor backup courts, the humidity was super high, which means the courts were just impossible to dry, even with the advanced drying methods that were being used. So practice was a case of don't move too much or else you're going to slip and fall over. And also just try and work around the people that are trying to get the event going. So while the officials were trying to dry the baseline, we were just doing our best to hit volleys, make use of the court space that we had. From experience, I know that any chance to practice in these situations is really valuable, especially when you could be playing matches the same day or the next day. And because the movement was limited, it was actually really good for what I'm working on at the minute, which is just trying to hold the baseline and take the ball early. And it was tricky because the ball was coming through at different paces because there were parts of the court that were more slick than others. So it was good for tolerance and mental discipline to not get frustrated that I might be missing a little bit more than usual. And as you can see, the rain was really starting to come down. So the chances of playing outdoors were pretty much nada. So after realizing that I wasn't going to play that day, we decided to just try and get as much practice in as possible. Even with not being able to move, there was still things that we could work on. And just feeling these balls and keeping rhythm is always a good thing in these situations. You know that aside from the half an hour slots that you get, that you're probably not going to get much chance to hit outside of that. It's a shame that we didn't get to play because my motivation is actually higher than ever at the minute. I'm really looking forward to just getting back on the match court. After Spain, I was really disappointed with the results, but obviously super keen to just try and improve that. And I'm going to be going with a slightly different approach from what I've been doing before, so stay tuned and watch out for that. Like I said before, there's not much else you can do in these situations where you can't really move other than hit up and down the middle, maybe hit a few in the cross and hit a few volleys and serves. But you can work on more of the mental aspect of it, like your focus and where you're aiming into in the court, like making sure you've got good depth, taking time away. These times really test your mindset. They force you to be pretty alert and stay on it, because if you focus on the situation or complain about it, it's out of your control. So it's just about focusing on what you can control, like your effort, your ability to focus, and your shot quality, just things like that. Anything else, like focusing on the weather or how the ball's coming through the court or the thought of not playing a match, it's just out of your control, and it'll lead you to be feeling more helpless in the situation. So my tennis was actually feeling really good. I felt like I had more of an idea of how I wanted to play and what was going to be more effective than I did at the start of Barcelona. My body feels great at the minute. It was a really tough test playing 5 matches a week, so 10 in total in Barcelona. But I felt like I handled it well, and I've looked after my body in the week off. I've done a lot of mobility and strengthening. So I felt ready to go when the weather decides to get its act together. Rained off for the day, no play. So we are in the supermarket. We're looking for some lunch. Ella's going to cook. Cannot wait. And then we're going to pretty much just see what we can do for the rest of the day. While Ella's just off doing the actual shopping, I'm just exploring this place, and it's ridiculous. Look how many supplements they've got. They even have my 2 favourite things in a bag. Coffee and protein. If I wasn't on such a tight budget, I'd get some. Tell them what you've got. Tell the people what you've got. Ella's become obsessed with colouring in at the minute, so she's got a colouring book to stop the EPBs apparently, and now we're looking for more pens. You wonder why we spend like 45 minutes in supermarkets, and that's all we've picked up. So since we're not playing today, me and Ella have decided to go out for a little run, little explore around. Anything else to add, Ella?
Of course, we're starting up a hill.
Yeah, we can go up a hill. The complex we're on is pretty cool. We're here for 2 weeks in an Airbnb. I'll show you around that later. Should have done that at the start, but when do I ever do it in the right order in my channel? So yeah, we're gonna have a little look around, have a little run, a little jog ski.
You ready? You jinxed us.
The rain is back. Oh no. Right, let's get back ASAP.
No.
What?
We're completing our run.
Yeah, well, yeah, run fast, that's what I meant. What are you up to, Ella? No way. It's a cow. Go on then. Show us the finished piece of art. What are you going to call the cow?
Ginger nut.
Ginger nut. Cute.
Ginger nut. The Highland cow.
Just talk us through what you've made, please.
Is that because you didn't help me or film any of the rest of it?
Yes, and I also didn't listen to what you said it actually was, so...
So we've got beef with lentils, courgettes, mushrooms, peppers, tomatoes, and a lot of garlic.
That's what you call nutrition right there.
And then we've just got white rice. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll make it work. You can just come back for more when you're hungry.
Yeah. Can do. So let's take a little look at the Acomo situation. Decent little kitchen space there. Dining table. Lounge space. Pretty big TV. My suitcase. Didn't take it upstairs yet. Outside you probably won't be able to see, but there is an outdoor swimming pool. It's pretty good. It's alright. It's alright. Just interrupting me making content. Show you
why are you filming it and you can't see the pool?
Nothing makes sense on the channel. Got this cool little basement where should be a little pool table. If I can turn some lights on. No? Yeah, well, pool table, darts, golf clubs. Probably not going to use those. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll go back upstairs. Go and show you the bedrooms.
Okay.
So this is mine and Ella's room. Pretty good. Little balcony out there. Ella's dressing table, where she's got more watercolours colouring in. And we've got an ensuite. Very lucky to have that. So yeah, it's all pretty good. It's pretty modern. Cannot complain really. The bed is very comfortable. There's a bit of aircon up there, / heating. Portugal in January isn't the warmest place on earth, but it's a lot better than England. Yeah, another bedroom, another balcony. The place is pretty huge, to be honest. But yeah. So that is where I'm going to leave you for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you again for watching. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to support me further, then you can subscribe. That does me massive favours. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you next time.